Steve. Let me show you the first concept. So obviously going to go for a very classical look at the front, very formal, very elegant, matching in with the provincial look of the house. So the renders are going to be the same. We're going to do wrought iron gates, driveway and pedestrian, wrought iron infills in between panels, and then a very, very formal garden. Exposed aggregate driveway, simple box hedging, simple mass planting, and the idea is just to be able to fill it up with some features that you like, some formal pots. I have a modern piece of sculpture in there just to show you that we can bring in a modern piece of work if you like, that sort of thing. Bluestone paving with a granite cobble set as the border. And of course, at the end of the pathway there, a water feature. Now, that water feature could be anything. In the other concepts that I've done, I've gotten rid of the cascading water on the back wall, and I've just got an urn which has water spilling out, and that'll be a big cost saving feature as well. So the front is very formal and very classical, whereas the back I've kind of switched it around a bit. I haven't gone too modern, but I've gone more modern than what I've got in the front garden. So let's have a look at the back. So I've divided this up between pool, inside pool fenced area, lawn area, basketball court, and this alfresco space. And you can see on this alfresco space, I've extended that roof line out to the boundary to be able to put a roof all the way out. Now we can do this is okay. We do need to go back to the drawings and back to the engineers and reconfigure the loads away from those pillars. The pillars are effectively just come off a standard set of drawings that the Metricon have, and they just apply it to your block of land, but I would really like to see us push out to the boundary. So within the pool fence, you can see here I've got a glass pool fence. It's a 7 by 3 metre pool. There's about 1.5 meters of paving around the sides of the pool. On the boundary side, there's about 2.5 meters before I've given you a retaining wall and a wall to go up in front of the fence. So all of that land, all the natural ground level has been cut down to accommodate the paving. And so at the back of those stone walls that you can see in the far corner there, that's natural ground level. So a nice big shaded pavilion space. That wall runs along the line of the easement. I wanted to do these blades. I want to get Japanese maples in the back. I actually want the maples to grow into the space. And that solid section behind the blades on the left hand side there is where the pool equipment is going to go. We can do lighting, we can put fans in, we can put heating in. You can see the TV there. In some of the other concepts, I've also got a sort of an outdoor kitchen. It doesn't have a barbecue, but it's got all the storage and fridge and those kinds of things. So moving on from the pool area, outside of the pool fence, I've got this lawn. I want to put in hedging or tall trees or something to be able to block off some of these houses in the background. I've got an L-shaped lawn which wraps around a bit of garden bed which sticks out, and the next design that disappears to give you more lawn space. And then I've got a basketball court in this far corner for the kids, and again in the next concept that's slightly configured where I don't go over the easement. You can possibly see where the circle, the half circle runs out and there's a line in front of that little kid. That is where the easement is, and building out over the easement is going to cause or trigger a build over easement application. I've given you a timber seat just to sit and hang out in the basketball court. And then on the other side here, I've got a vegetable garden going down that side there. And again, screening trees down the side boundary as best as we can up to where that lily pilly is at the very least. Around the house, I've got a 1.5 metre wide piece of paving all the way around. The vegetable garden has steppers in between raised planter beds. And opposite the laundry, I've given you a big piece of paving. I want to talk to you about what we're going to do in here, whether we put the clothesline here or whether we move it somewhere else. And then on the back side of that wall for the garage, you mentioned that there's going to be all the services going there. So I haven't touched that at this stage. Presumably you probably want access from the front. So have a look at this concept. I'm going to develop a few more based on this concept, but just changing a few small things. And I do want to show you what the impact of those existing pillars in the alfresco space are, because they really kill the space there. So let me know what you think and we will go from there.